Alright, this is practice problem 3.1, okay, and we just need to balance the following equations. Alright, so the first one we're given is iron plus oxygen gas gives us iron oxide. Okay, so how do we set this up? So what I like to do is I first like to just write out that I have my reactants and the products. Okay, and you can do this however you want. I'll be honest, it's best to practice these a lot. Okay, but we write out what's on our reactant side, right? So we have iron and we have O2. On the other side, we have, so we're just writing out all the atoms that we have. We have iron 2 and oxygen 3, and we're lining those up. And the goal is to have the total number of atoms on the reactant side the same as the total number of products on the product side. Okay, and so we go ahead and we can go to step 2, which so we'll call everything in red is step 1. We'll call everything in step 2 is blue. Okay, so we can add up the total number of atoms. We have 1 iron, right? Here we have oxygen, but we have oxygen, but we have 2 atoms of oxygen. Okay, and so that means that we have a total of 2 oxygens on this side. On the other side, here we have 2 irons, okay, and we have 3 oxygens. Okay, now the problem is the number of iron and the number of oxygen are not equal, right? We have 2 oxygen on the reactant side, 3 on the other, and same thing with the iron. So the goal here is to first start with usually whatever has the majority of all the atoms. Usually it's carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And so now we can go to step 3, which is balancing the equation. Okay, so if we have 3 total oxygen over here and only 2 here, if we multiply this other side by 3 halves, okay, that means that now we have a total of 3 halves times 2, which is going to be a total of 3. And 3 oxygen on this side is equal to 3 oxygen on this side. Okay. Now, if we go back up to the iron, okay, that means we now can add in a 3 here. Okay, or I'm sorry, 3 halves. Okay. At the top we have iron and iron 2, so that means we need to multiply this side by 2, okay, to give us a total of 2 irons on this side. So we add a 2 here. So now we have balanced the equation, okay, because on both sides we have 2 irons. Okay, we have 2 times 1 atom of iron gives us 2 atoms of iron over here, and 3 halves times O2 is going to give us a total of 3 oxygen on this side and 3 oxygen on this side. Now the other thing that we could end up saying is that you need the smallest whole number, because you can't really have you can't have a half an atom of oxygen, and so we can multiply everything through to get rid of the 1 fraction that we have, which is this 3 halves. Okay, and so if we multiply everything by 2, now the 2 or the 3 halves times 2 is going to cancel, right? So here we're going to end up having 4 iron, okay, because we multiplied everything here by 2. Okay? Plus we have 3 halves times 2, which means that we have a total of 3 O2, and that's going to produce 2 iron 2 trioxide. Okay, and so in most cases you're going to want the lowest whole number, and so you're going to multiply everything through by 2. So that's our answer.